The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa broke ground in June 2010 and will be substantially complete in late September 2015, when it will begin pre-revenue service. 6 new stations have been built as part of this phase of the line. Each provides a unique experience through the work of public artists. Artists were selected by the respective station city to create artwork that represents the community, its history, and culture. Over the past few years, the artists have been hard at work in their studios and with their fabrication partners, bringing their initial concepts to fruition, as well as overseeing installation of their artwork at the stations. In this video, we'll visit Arcadia station artist Michael Davis as he completes preparations and installation of his art pieces at the Arcadia station.
One of the things I think about as a public artist is making a series of pieces that sort of work together and form a story. I don't want it to be really an explicit story, but something that you see a symbol and then you think where that came from, and then you discover that kind of symbol someplace else within the city, in particular the Arboretum and the racetracks. The title of the artwork is called Arcadian Zephyr, and it really talks about the piece that's behind me, which is a freestanding sculpture which will have 16 movable weather vanes. The elements that you see on the weather vane sculpture are things that you would find in the Arboretum, the birds, the fauna, and some of the life in the city. The weather vanes themselves will start to move, they'll make directional changes, and actually one of the things I really like about the freestanding sculpture is that there's a series of horses, and look at this feeling like the horses are actually racing with the movement of the weather. One of the things that's unique about, I think, the copper elements is that patina will start to weather and age. We might get a green, we might get a brown, and as it does so, it takes on the environmental considerations of the site itself. The frieze that you see on the station entranceway, the horse frieze with the perforated metal, is a design that I worked on to interpret the classic and historic mural that is on the Santa Anita racetrack. The horse patterns are a series of holes which sometimes are rather abstract and difficult to read, but as the light hits them, it operates much like a sundial or a sun marker. The hole patterns project onto the ground. The horses actually, as if you watch them long enough, would appear that they're sort of moving throughout the day. The benches themselves come from some of the architectural features at the Santa Anita racetrack, such as the bent metal, the fabricated form of it, and I put in a Lucky 7 that actually is part of the feature of the bench. The design on the granite itself also is a repeat of the Santa Anita racetrack logo that has been stylized and changed to fit onto the bench. So as you see etched granite, the beauty of the stone, I wanted that to be part of the piece. The glass above the TVM canopies is a place where you're going to congregate to get your ticket. The translucent quality of the glass would illuminate the station during the day as well as during the night. You get this great glow, so you get this sort of beacon. I wanted this experience that you would see it from outside and you'd sort of see what is that, and as you got underneath and looked up, you would see this wonderful array of abstract color designs, and then you might start to see the reference to the peacock feather itself and how that relates to the Arboretum and the symbol for the city of Arcadia. The printing on the glass was done by GGI, and it's a digital layered system, so there's actually 2 layers of glass, and in between that is an inner layer that is imaged, and the inner layer is actually a colored frit of porcelain that's burnt right into the glass. So you get this really wonderful enclosed image that can be protected from the environment. The installation and its particular location is something that you really have to spend a lot of time thinking about, of where people are going to use the station, how they're going to use it, where they're going to congregate. I'd like the participant to feel some sort of excitement when you come to a station. One thing I wanted you to kind of discover things as you use the station, so that the first time you maybe recognize one thing, and as you use the station time and time again, the features will change, the light will change the patterns.
The Foothill Gold Line from Pasadena to Azusa is part of the expanding system of rail lines funded by LA County's Measure R. The Foothill Gold Line Construction Authority is responsible for the line's planning, design, and construction. The Construction Authority will be substantially complete with construction in late September 2015, when the agency turns the line over to LA Metro for pre-revenue service. Metro anticipates starting passenger service in 2016. For more information on the Foothill Gold Line, or to view other videos about the project, visit www.foothillgoldline.org.